The first step towards overcoming poverty is a shift in your mindset. It's often said that your thoughts shape your reality, and this is truer than you may realize. If you believe that there is not enough to go around, that there is a lack of opportunity, or that you will never be able to improve your financial situation, you are already limiting yourself before you even begin. The poor mindset is one that sees scarcity, that feels trapped by circumstances, and believes that there are no possibilities outside of what is immediately visible. On the other hand, the wealthy mindset recognizes that the world is full of opportunity. They see abundance where others see lack. This shift is crucial. Once you start looking for opportunities, you will find them everywhere. Wealthy people know that success doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. They understand that the opportunities they need are already available. They just have to be able to see them. It's about having the vision to recognize where the potential lies, and it all starts with what you believe. When you begin to believe that the world is abundant, that resources are available to those who are willing to learn and work for them, you begin to open yourself up to new possibilities. You will no longer be bound by limitations. You will start noticing things that you had never seen before. Opportunities will begin to come your way, but it's important to remember that these opportunities won't just fall into your lap. You must be able to recognize them and act on them when they arrive. A person with a scarcity mindset might see a new business opportunity and think, that's not for me. I don't have the money, the knowledge, or the experience to make it work. But someone with an abundance mindset sees the same opportunity and thinks, this is a chance for growth. I can learn what I need to know and surround myself with the right people to make this work. The wealthy person doesn't let their current circumstances define their future. They see beyond where they are right now and believe that they can create the future they want. This mindset shift requires discipline and consistency. It's easy to fall back into old habits of thinking, especially when faced with setbacks or challenges. But if you can keep reminding yourself that opportunities are always available, that there is always a way to move forward, and that you are not limited by your current situation, you can begin to transform your life. The wealth you seek is not just about money. It's about the abundance of ideas, the ability to connect with people, and the willingness to take risks in pursuit of a greater vision. Belief in abundance also means being open to new experiences and new ways of thinking. It means looking at things differently and being willing to learn, adapt, and evolve. Wealthy individuals understand that growth comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone, trying new things, and taking chances. They are not afraid to fail because they know that failure is not the end. Instead, it is a stepping stone towards success. Changing your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, practice, and a commitment to seeing the world through a different lens. But once you begin to make that shift, once you start believing that the world is full of possibilities, your life will begin to change. You will begin to notice things that you never saw before, and more importantly, you will start to act on them. In the end, the difference between those who stay stuck in poverty and those who achieve wealth is not just about the resources they have, but the mindset they possess. The wealthy understand that there is always more than enough to go around, and they are always looking for new ways to create value, share knowledge, and build wealth. It all starts with the belief that there is abundance, and when you adopt that belief, you'll find that there is no limit to what you can achieve. Taking responsibility for your life and circumstances is the most empowering decision you can make. It may be uncomfortable, but it is the single most powerful step towards creating a life of wealth and fulfillment. The reality is, many people spend their lives blaming external factors for their situation, blaming their upbringing, the economy, their job, or the people around them. But the truth is, none of these factors have control over your potential or your ability to change. The moment you take full responsibility for where you are, you begin to unlock the power to change your future. Responsibility means understanding that where you are today, whether good or bad, is the result of your own choices and actions up until this point. It's easy to point fingers and play the victim, But this mindset will keep you stuck in a cycle of limitation and frustration. True empowerment comes when you recognize that your decisions shape your reality. You are where you are because of the actions you've taken or not taken and the mindset you've adopted. When you take responsibility for your situation, you stop waiting for someone or something to change before you can take action. Instead, you understand that change starts with you. You no longer wait for the perfect circumstances. You create them. If you want a different life, it's up to you to make the necessary changes. This is where true personal power lies. You don't wait for someone to give you permission to be successful. You act, you learn, and you grow. There is a profound shift that occurs when you fully accept responsibility for your life. You stop feeling helpless. You stop feeling like things are happening to you. Instead, you start feeling like things are happening because of you. You realize that you have control over the course of your life. You may not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. You can control your decisions, your actions, and your mindset. This is where your true potential lies. The responsibility also means that you are no longer dependent on others for your success. You take ownership of your goals, your progress, and your results. While others can certainly offer support and guidance, it is your responsibility to take the steps necessary to achieve your vision. No one else can do the work for you. You have to put in the effort, make the tough decisions, and follow through. Success is not handed to you. It is earned through consistent, responsible actions. When you take full responsibility, you stop making excuses. You stop blaming external factors for why things aren't going your way. You stop allowing setbacks or challenges to derail your progress. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to see them as opportunities to grow and learn. You understand that every challenge is a chance to strengthen your skills, improve your mindset, and prepare yourself for the next level. It is through taking responsibility and overcoming challenges that you build resilience and character. This shift in mindset is crucial when it comes to achieving success. The moment you take responsibility, you empower yourself to make decisions that move you closer to your goals. You are no longer at the mercy of your circumstances. You understand that where you are today is the result of what you've done in the past, but where you will be in the future is entirely up to you. You control your destiny through the choices you make and the actions you take. Taking responsibility also means taking ownership of your mistakes. We all make them. But rather than deflecting blame or making excuses, the truly successful learn from their mistakes and use them as stepping stones to success. Responsibility is not about being perfect. It's about being willing to acknowledge where you've gone wrong, learn from it, and improve. Every mistake is a lesson that brings you closer to success, provided you choose to take responsibility for your part in it. Furthermore, when you take responsibility, you stop waiting for external validation. You stop seeking approval from others or waiting for someone to tell you that you're ready. You decide for yourself when you are ready. You recognize your own worth and potential. You trust in your abilities and take the steps necessary to reach your goals, regardless of what others may think or say. In conclusion, the power of taking responsibility is immense. It's the key to unlocking your full potential. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop being a passive observer and become an active participant in your success. You realize that you are the one in control, and that realization gives you the power to create the life you want. No one else can do it for you. It's up to you to take charge and start making the choices that will lead to a better future. Once you embrace responsibility, you will never be the same again. You will have the power to change your life in ways you never thought possible. Investing in personal growth and continuous learning is one of the most essential steps towards creating lasting wealth and success. Wealth is not just about accumulating money. It's about acquiring knowledge, skills, and experiences that open doors to new opportunities. In the journey to financial independence, the most valuable asset you can own is the knowledge and ability to adapt, innovate, and create value. This investment in yourself will pay the highest dividends, not only in your financial life, but in every aspect of your personal and professional life. To begin with, personal growth is about developing the skills, mindset, and habits that set you apart from others. The world is always changing, and the people who thrive are those who are willing to change with it. While many remain static, relying on what they already know, the successful understand that knowledge and skills can never be fully mastered. They are always evolving. This means continually learning new things, whether it's keeping up with industry trends, mastering a new technology, or enhancing personal attributes like communication, leadership, and problem solving. The more you invest in learning, the more you expand your capacity to generate value, which is the foundation of building wealth. The wealthy understand that investing in personal growth is never a wasted effort. Each new skill, every piece of knowledge you acquire, and every lesson you learn adds to your portfolio of assets. For example, learning a new language, mastering a new software tool, or developing an advanced understanding of your industry can give you the competitive edge you need to stand out. But it's not just about what you learn, it's about how you apply it. The wealthiest individuals aren't just experts in their fields. They are constantly seeking ways to innovate, adapt, and apply their knowledge to solve problems in new ways. This is how they stay ahead. Moreover, learning does not just benefit you professionally, it also enriches your personal life. The growth of self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and resilience enhances your relationships, improves your decision-making, and builds your confidence. Investing in personal growth can help you develop a mindset that is unshakable in the face of challenges. You learn how to manage stress, how to keep a positive outlook during tough times, and how to maintain focus when distractions arise. These attributes are as critical as any technical skill when it comes to achieving success, because your mental state determines how effectively you execute and respond to challenges. Another powerful aspect of investing in yourself is the ability to think beyond what's immediately in front of you. The best investors, entrepreneurs, and successful people in the world often attribute their achievements to their ability to see the bigger picture. They make decisions that are not just based on the present moment, but are guided by their long-term vision. Continuous learning fuels this ability to think strategically and plan ahead. It expands your horizons and allows you to take calculated risks with confidence. By reading books, attending seminars, engaging with mentors, or seeking new experiences, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate uncertainty and make informed decisions. Building wealth requires more than just working hard. It requires working smart. And working smart means having the ability to leverage your knowledge and skills in ways that create value for others. When you invest in learning, you begin to understand how to offer more to the world than what you take. You learn how to create products, services, or solutions that solve problems, meet needs, and provide value. The more you give, the more you get in return. This is how wealth is built, not by hoarding resources, but by creating solutions and helping others succeed. The more you know, the better equipped you are to meet the demands of the market and offer something unique. Furthermore, growth and learning are cumulative. The more you grow, the more you realize how much there is to learn. This realization fuels your motivation to continue investing in yourself. It's a cycle. Each piece of knowledge or experience builds on the last. Success becomes not just about what you've done, but who you are becoming in the process. Each step forward in your personal development leads to another opportunity for growth. Over time, you begin to create a wealth of experiences, relationships, and skills that make success not just possible, but inevitable. However, personal growth is not always easy. It requires a commitment to discipline and consistency. There will be times when the progress seems slow, when the effort feels overwhelming, or when you feel tempted to give up. But it's precisely in these moments that growth happens. It's about pushing through the discomfort, staying committed, and trusting the process. Every step, no matter how small, is an investment in your future. The compound effect of small, consistent investments in yourself will eventually lead to significant rewards. In the end, the most important investment you can make is in your own growth. The more you invest in learning, adapting, and improving, the more you increase your potential to succeed. Knowledge and skills are resources that can never be taken away from you. They are permanent assets. And as you continue to grow, the opportunities you encounter will multiply. The wealth you seek isn't just found in money, it's found in your ability to learn, adapt, and offer value to the world around you. This is the true path to financial freedom and success. Taking consistent action towards your goals is the most crucial step in turning your vision into reality. It's one thing to set goals, to dream about success, or to plan out what you want to achieve. But without action, those goals remain mere wishes. The act of consistently moving forward, taking deliberate steps every day, is what separates those who succeed from those who never quite get there. Success is not achieved through a single massive effort, but through small, consistent actions compounded over time. The truth is, most people fail because they are inconsistent. They start off strong, full of energy and motivation, but soon the excitement fades and they stop taking the steps that will lead them to their goal. The key to long-term success is the ability to keep going, even when the path gets tough or the progress seems slow. Consistent action requires discipline. It requires showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and doing what needs to be done. The most successful people don't wait for the perfect moment to act. They act in spite of the challenges. When you take consistent action, you build momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in the journey to success. It's the energy that propels you forward, making it easier to keep going. At the beginning, it may feel like you're moving at a snail's pace, but as you keep going, each step builds on the previous one, and soon things start to pick up speed. The more you act, the more confident you become, and the more confident you become, the more willing you are to take even bigger steps. The law of momentum is simple. Once you begin moving in the right direction, it becomes easier to keep moving. Action also brings clarity. Sometimes the best way to figure out what's working and what's not is simply to try things out. Waiting for the perfect plan or the perfect set of conditions can often result in paralysis. When you take action, you learn quickly whether something is working or not. If it's not working, you adjust. If it is working, you double down on it. The key is to keep moving, to keep testing, and to be willing to learn from your mistakes. You can't steer a parked car. You must be in motion to make adjustments and refine your approach. This iterative process of action, feedback, and improvement is where growth happens. Moreover, consistent action helps you develop resilience. The road to success is rarely a smooth one. You will encounter setbacks, obstacles, and challenges along the way. But when you take consistent action, you develop the mental toughness to push through those tough moments. The difference between those who give up and those who succeed lies in their ability to persist in the face of adversity. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from facing them head on and refusing to quit. Every time you take action despite the odds, you build your ability to withstand the pressures that come with success. Another powerful aspect of consistent action is that it creates opportunities. Often, success isn't just about having the perfect plan. It's about being in the right place at the right time. And the more action you take, the more opportunities you create for yourself. When you show up consistently, you make connections, build relationships, and gain experiences that you wouldn't have had if you had stayed stagnant. It's like planting seeds. Some of those seeds may not bear fruit right away, but over time, as you keep taking action, you'll start to see the results. New doors will open, and opportunities you never imagined will come your way. Action also builds confidence when you take consistent steps toward your goal. You begin to trust in your ability to succeed. Confidence comes from experience, and experience comes from taking action. The more you do, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving great things. This self-assurance fuels your drive to keep going and helps you overcome the fear and doubt that might otherwise hold you back. The more you act, the more you realize that you are in control of your destiny. In addition, consistent action helps you stay focused. When you break down your goals into daily actions, it becomes much easier to stay on track. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the size of your goals, you can focus on one small task at a time. This keeps you from getting lost in the big picture and allows you to make steady progress toward your larger vision. When you take consistent action, you know exactly what you need to do each day, which keeps distractions at bay and ensures that you're always moving forward. One of the most profound effects of consistent action is that it shifts your identity. As you take action every day, you start to see yourself as someone who achieves. You stop seeing yourself as someone who is just trying and start seeing yourself as someone who gets things done. This shift in identity is critical because your actions align with who you believe you are. When you identify as a person of action, you become unstoppable. Your belief in your own ability to create results becomes so strong that failure or setbacks no longer shake you. You know that taking action is the only way to achieve your goals, and nothing will deter you from that path. In conclusion, consistent action is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort. It comes from showing up day after day, doing the work, learning from the process, and refining your approach. When you take consistent action, you build momentum, gain clarity, develop resilience, create opportunities, and build the confidence to achieve even bigger things. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. It's about taking the first step and continuing to move forward no matter what. In conclusion, the path to success is not defined by talent, luck, or circumstances, but by the mindset, responsibility, continuous learning, and consistent action you take. By shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you open yourself to a world of opportunities that were once unseen. Taking full responsibility for your life empowers you to create change and take control of your future. Investing in personal growth and constantly learning equips you with the tools to thrive in an ever-evolving world. And most importantly, by taking consistent action, you build momentum, resilience, and confidence that will carry you toward your goals. When you commit to this journey, success is not just a possibility, it becomes inevitable.